Hello everyone, welcome to Diction Addiction. In the last week, I have observed all the Hindu editorials. I find this NEET and states is the most interesting one, and I felt a relevant one. Hence, I want to present this NEET and states Hindu editorial to you all. First, we will read the Hindu editorial, then we will explain the important vocabulary and followed by summary. Let us start with the reading. NEET and states. With the Tamil Nadu Assembly passing once again its earlier bill seeking to exempt government seats in undergraduate medical and dental courses from the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test NEET, the ball is once again in the court of Governor R.N. Ravi. The governor had chosen to return to the House for reconsideration the bill that was passed in September 2021, questioning the tenability of the Justice A.K. Ranjan committee report that had given its findings in favor of the passage of such law. The DMK regime has thrown down the gauntlet as the constitution is clear as far as the governor's course of action is concerned. If the bill is presented to him again, Mr. Ravi is constitutionally bound to grant assent. It is a matter of speculation whether the bill will obtain presidential nod, but the episode raises a question whether the governor could not avoid the current situation by reserving the bill for president instead of returning it. After all, this is clearly a bill that requires president acceptance. The exemption from NEET is in conflict with central law that makes it mandatory and therefore can only be saved by the president assent. Regardless of the bill merits, the governor should delay the matter no further. The original intent of the constitution makers was that the governor, under the Article 200, ought to have no discretion save in the case of law that undermines the position of High Court, which he is bound to reserve for the president consideration. However, the governor's rare use of discretion to question the desirability or validity of a bill and ask for reconsideration is now a matter of constitutional practice. Some parts of the governor's communication to the legislative assembly speaker seems to suggest that Mr. Ravi disagree with the basis for the bill, even though he is not wrong in highlighting a Supreme Court decision in favor of NEET. It is not generally desirable for the governor to seek to match wits with the legislature wisdom on social inputs that inform a policy. It will be useful to recall that the Sarkaria Commission on Center-State Relations observed that the governor should not act contrary to the advice of the Council of Ministers merely because he did not like the policy embedded in the bill. The attention will now be on whether the NEET exemption will be passed muster. For one thing, the exemption may be not be a solution to the problem of government school students not making it to MBBS courses in sufficient numbers. The situation prior to the introduction of NEET was no better. However, the issue of NEET being a barrier to access is genuine. There is no doubt that the mandatory nature of NEET on pan-India basis undermines the role of state governments in medical education. As the main deliverers of public health, the states cannot be denied a say in who joins medical courses in government colleges. This is all about reading. Now we will move to the next section, that is vocabulary, and we will understand the most important vocabulary. Yeah. In the vocabulary section, we will see the important words, meanings, and as well as their pronunciation. First one is exempt, means excluding from the main, that's exemptions, exempt. Reconsideration means review, uh, thinking about that one more time. Tenability means defending or arguing rationally or logically. Regime means administration or kingdom. Thrown down the gauntlet. This is the most important one. Here, thrown down gauntlet means provoking someone to fight with him. So provoking opposite person to fight with him. Like, you know, in the earlier days, soldiers used to wear the blouses. So if they throw gloves before another soldier, it means that we are asking him to fight. So that's what is called thrown down the gauntlet. Provoking other parties to fight is called as thrown down the gauntlet. Assent means permission. Speculations, predicting, uh, nod, means agreeing. Conflict means not agreeing again. Mandatory means compulsory. Again, regardless, irrespective of that. Out is, it's all about should. Undermines, weakening the someone's position by gradually digging the someone's, and their position is weakened, or that's what is undermining. So discretion means taking their own decision. Yeah. Disagrees means having a difference of opinion, so they're not agreeing. Which means intelligence. The wisdom means knowledge. Desirable, choice. Contrary means opposite. Embodied means included. Muster means a group of people, especially assembly of soldiers. Barrier means something which is objecting the movement. Undermines, this is what I'm telling you. Undermines means uh, weakening the position of someone else gradually. So not giving much importance to that. That's what is the undermines. Deliverers means suppliers. Denied means not allowed. So these are the important words, and if you understand these words, I am sure that 80 to 90% of the content will be absorbed. Now we will see the summary of this NEET. There are three issues we can discuss here. One is state and governor. interaction, and what is NEET, and third one is why the Tamil Nadu people or Tamil Nadu people as a whole, why they're objecting this one. So if you see governance in the federal system, governor is just what do you say? It's a representative of central government, but it doesn't have any power. Elected government is having ultimate power. They cannot Governor cannot say anything against the policy made by the state government. Whether he likes or doesn't like doesn't matter. So whether he likes, no, it doesn't matter. And so whatever the Council of Ministers says, that's a final. That's what is the Sarkaria Commission says. Here, Ravi have used this discretion because the central government or Supreme Court says that NEET is mandatory for undergraduate admissions of MBBS, medical and dentals. So that's why even though the government and passed the bill to exempt the Tamil Nadu from the NEET, but Ravi has sent again to reconsideration. But as you all know that, again they passed the same bill in the assembly, except the almost every party supported the bill except the BJP. Now the ball in the governor's court. As you all aware that the exemption they got in the UPA government, Tamil Nadu got exemption from the NEET in UPA. After 2016, it has become a mandatory. Now there is no way that they get. That's what governor view. That's why he did not send to the presidential persuade. But when it comes to the what is a NEET, so NEET is conducted throughout the India for medical admission, MBBS and dental admissions. But NEET is having its own problem because those who can, if you look into the NEET success rate, the people who are joining the NEET, those who are re-attempting means first time and second time. Those who are going for second time, their success rate is almost 80%. Means the students who can afford the coaching, they are only cracking the NEET, but not the people who cannot. But the people who cannot afford the coaching, they are not able to crack the NEET exam. So it is indirectly those who have the financially sound, they can take the at least 2 times coaching and then can get into the medical education. But those who cannot afford the at least 2 times, if such a competitive exam which is requires the special coaching, those who cannot afford the coaching and they cannot join the NEET. This is what is happened with the NEET. But in case of the Tamil Nadu, they go by the 12th class marks, and also they have some reservation for the those who studies in the Tamil Nadu in the Tamil language, those who studies from the those who have from the rural background. So these are their points, and also they don't much follow the CBSE, and the syllabus or papers maybe need maybe more relevant to the people who are choosing the CBSE syllabus instead of state syllabus. So these are the reasons some of the states are saying no to the NEET, but NEET became a mandatory for medical entrance in the India. But what is the point between the state and center is that the medical colleges are run by funded by the state governments. So because of NEET, they don't have anything to say who will enter into the courses, because health is a state government looking after the health. So they are the deliverers of the health. So those who they don't have anything to say in the who will enter into the medical courses because of the need. They don't conduct the exam. So there is a structural difference between the state and center on the NEET. So we don't know what will happen, but it became. I see that people who are having the people who have the ability, they can go for coaching at least for 1 or 2 years on top of their plus two. They are entering into the medical courses. So without coaching, I'm pretty sure that without coaching and you are studying at the government colleges or aided colleges, very rare people, very small percentage of people are entering into the medical courses. Those who studied in the corporate, those who can afford the coaching, they are only entering into the medical courses. So in other way, poor and middle class are going away from the medical courses. Those who have a those who born with the silver spoon, right? They are into the medical courses. So somehow the problem has to be solved at the earliest. We have to find out the new ways that it is accessible to most of the people, not the selective or exclusive people. Thank you all. If at all, if you have any comments, just comment so that we will improve on this one. Thank you all for listening. See you again with the one more article in the next Sunday. Until then, bye bye.